Hi, I'm Ramgopal from prezotraining.com, a site that offers creative presentation ideas for training professionals. As a training professional, do you use brainstorming to decide on what content to include in your training presentation? If so, then this video can be an eye-opener for you. In my experience as a training content creator, what I've seen is that brainstorming is one of the primary reasons why most training presentations fail. Yeah, it's surprising to hear, but there is truth to it. And let me tell you why so. First, let us understand what is brainstorming in general. Brainstorming is nothing but a simple technique of thinking around a core idea. You pick up a product, a concept, or an idea, and then you go about dumping all your ideas around that product or the central concept, and then you organize that information and then use it for further processing. Now, if you're going to use brainstorming as your primary mode to decide on what to include in a training presentation, then what you end up having is a bloated presentation. And you will have bored audience, disengaged audience, and you will have a failed training. Let me tell you why. Let us take a simple example. Let us say I am a technical trainer and I have a new X-ray machine that I'm going to make my presentation on. That is, my company is an X-ray machine manufacturer, and I have a new X-ray machine that is bought by a certain hospital. They already have an existing machine, and there are these new X-ray technicians that are out there to whom I'm going to conduct the training session, and I need to talk about this new X-ray machine. So this is the scope of the training program. Now, if I were to use brainstorming to decide on what I should include in the training session, then what I'll do is I will think everything around the concept of the new X-ray machine, right from the origin story, like which is the company that manufactures this particular new X-ray machine, and what are the other lines of X-ray machines that they manufacture, what are the other products they manufacture, and which are all the various countries they operate in, and what are all the things that an X-ray machine can do. And you can imagine, you can really go all over the place. And especially as technical trainers, we know so much about any given subject that we end up getting overexcited and tend to share a lot of information which might actually be not necessary for the end participants. Normally the way it works is, let us say I want to create a training slide deck around this new X-ray machine. First, I start with what are all the slide decks that I have in the organization about this new X-ray machine. So there are some that are made by my marketing team, by my technical team, by my HR team, it could be anything. So I gather slides from all those and then put in one master presentation. Then I go into Google and try and gather as much information as possible around that piece of that new X-ray machine. Then I try and find various marketing collaterals and gather information from there as well. And now I have a warehouse of all the information around this new X-ray machine that I'm going to talk about. Then I decide, okay, now I only have around 30 to 45 minutes to talk about this subject. So maybe if I spend 1 minute per slide, then maybe I can have around 30 slides for this particular training session. Then I think, okay, I have so much to talk about. When I go through the warehouse, I can really see that there is a lot of information that I have which I want to share. So I tend to pack my slides with a lot of information, and the slides look really nasty. And then I try to have as many slides as possible, because now I'll decide, okay, now if I can talk a little bit faster than my usual speed, maybe I can cover a little more information. So I'll try and have 45 slides instead of 30 slides. So I have 45 slides of fully packed information that I need to deliver in 30 minutes. So I stand in front of the participants and then I open the water cannon. And you can imagine what would happen to all those hapless participants. They get drowned in information. Soon they get disengaged and they will sleep or they will give up. That is how most information presentations fail. Now, instead of this info push approach, which is entirely led by what you know and what you want to share, if we go the other side, from the other angle, and decide on what exactly is the result that is expected out of this presentation. What do they want to know? What do they want to do as a result of this training presentation? Then I would realize that these X-ray technicians already know quite a bit about how to operate X-ray machines. There is already an existing model that works quite nicely. Now this new X-ray machine has a few benefits or has a few features that are not already there in the existing one. So all that I need to focus on is to help them understand what are the new features that are there in the new machine compared to the existing machine. And by the end of the program, if the X-ray technicians are able to operate the new machine as comfortably and as faultlessly as they were operating with the existing machine, then my training program is a success. Then, since I know what is the result that I'm gunning for, I can have my entire training program very narrow, very specifically focused. The duration will be much shorter, and the information that I will give will be very, very specific. My audience will never get disengaged at any point of time because they are learning exactly what they want to learn. And then I can focus on things that really matter, like giving them practice on how to operate the new machine and the new features. So by the time I finish my training session, I can see whether these X-ray technicians are able to operate the machine in the same comfort level as the existing one. If it happens, then I have done a successful training program. Now compare this with the with the info push kind of a presentation which comes up with bloated presentations. Can you now see the difference why info push presentations are hated by all participants and that the results oriented presentations are liked by all participants? Can you see why brainstorming can actually lead you to this info push kind of bloated presentations? Now you will realize that the right way to come up with content is not to start from what you know and what you want to share. The right place to start is what is the result that is expected and how can I deliver that result. There is a world of difference between these two approaches. As long as you move towards the right side, which is results driven presentation creation, you will always be successful. Hope this video has given you some useful ideas. By the way, before we close this video, I want to share with you an important message. If you are a training professional who uses PowerPoint to create your training presentations, then I have a fun 7-day email course called How to Make Your Training Slides Interesting and Creative even if your subject is dry and complex. It's a very useful course, it's a very fun course, and it is totally free for you to enroll. I'll leave a link to the course in the description area below this video. You click on the link and enroll to this free course and you will really love the course. Thanks a lot for watching this video. I hope you gathered some useful information from this video. Thank you very much once again. I'm Ramgopal from progam.com. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.